Neha and welcome to our channel VIOS Vanita Vishra. Before we start our lesson for mass communication, just think of a situation that how many times can you sit in the room without talking to someone for long hours? Obvious है, अगर किसी से बात किए बिना हम ऐसे ही रहते हैं तो कैसा लगता है? Obviously it's so uninteresting. So, in the era of this social media, your parents might have shown you the pictures of your first cry, your first walk, or the first word you uttered. Right? Many pictures you might have seen. So, let us revise to our life stages that when you entered to the world, you cried and let the world know that you have arrived. You uttered the first word like mama, dada, or whatever cute word you said. Your mother, father were thrilled that you said something. The first question you asked. Later in the stage of life, you went to the school, you learned alphabet, you asked many questions. Being a curious person, you asked many questions like why it happened, what is it, etc. And now at this stage, you communicate effectively. That is by gesture, by speech or by writing. You can express yourself. So for this purpose, let us understand the chapter Introduction to Communication.
Objectives that we are going to cover for this chapter are meaning of communication, why human beings communicate, how do we communicate, non-verbally or verbally, different types of communication, the meaning of intrapersonal communication, interpersonal communication and its importance, difference between group communication and public communication. Understanding human communication. So when we think of sharing or exchanging our thoughts or ideas with others, we can do it either by speak and tell or we just do it without words. मतलब अगर हम किसी से कुछ बात करना चाहते हैं तो या तो हम बोल के बता सकते हैं या बिना बताए यानी कि एक्सप्रेशन और जेस्चर्स से. अगर हम सालों पहले की बात सोचें तो जो आदि मानव थे वो बोल नहीं सकते थे. उन्हें इनफैक्ट बोलना आता ही नहीं था. But the way we talk today, we have developed much in the human history. हालांकि जो आदि मानव थे वो बोल तो नहीं पाते थे, पर अपने चेहरे के एक्सप्रेशन से या बॉडी मूवमेंट से either head, hand, they were able to explain. Later, language developed and we, the people, use words to speak to others.
Now the question is, why do we communicate? So we live in a society where different category of peoples are living, right? हमारी language different है, हम अलग अलग तरीके से रहते हैं, but बातचीत करना उतना ही important है. अगर इस situation को सोचें हम कि हम एक घर में रहकर किसी से हम बात ना करें घंटों तक, तो हमें कैसा लगेगा? No, we will not feel good. थोड़ी देर के बाद हम discuss करेंगे what was the matter, why we didn't talk. So communication is so much important. हम कम्युनिकेशन क्यों करते हैं? तो हर जगह पे हम कुछ खरीदने जाते हैं, हम किसी से मिलते हैं, हम किसी को पढ़ाते हैं. सो व्हेन वी टीच, वी एडवाइज, वी कन्वे समथिंग, वी कंफर्म समथिंग, वी बाय, वी सेल, वी अप्रोच फॉर मेनी थिंग्स. कम्युनिकेशन इज सो मच इम्पॉर्टेंट.
So till now we have seen how we use communication in different way. Although defining communication in words is not that much easy. But in short way, we can say the act of sharing ideas, feelings, thoughts, we can call it as communication. When we convey anything by words, we may call it as message. मतलब हम जो भी शब्दों में किसी से कुछ बताते हैं उसे हम मैसेज कहते हैं. अभी के टाइम में हर कोई फोन यूज करता है, सबको पता है what is SMS. Although the full form of SMS is short message service. So for example, when you call someone and that person is in a meeting, he will cut the call. Thoroughly you will get message from that person. He would be sending you a message, I'm in a meeting, I will call you back. So that it does not need any explanation. Through that SMS, the person who gets message will understand it. कम्युनिकेशन इज मैसेज अंडरस्टूड. मतलब अगर मैं आपको फ्रेंच लैंग्वेज में पूछूं सवा बुजू, विल यू गेट व्हाट आई एम सेइंग? no, because it's not your language. Thoroughly you cannot get it, later you can translate it. So we can say that when sender sends message and receiver understands it, so we can call it as a communication. So that it is being said that communication is message understood. Communication is social interaction through message. Social interaction through message. That is, message पे हम कई बार बात करते हैं. We know we are the social people. Right? Every day we are doing it. All the thoughts and feeling we are sharing with others. If I will say a sentence like I, my, work, will you understand it? No, because there is no meaning of this sentence. Receiver of the message does not understand it. Communication होने के लिए दो चीज़ों की ज़रूरत होती है. पहला होता है clear message and second that message must be understood by the receiver. मतलब पहला तो वो मैसेज क्लियर होना चाहिए, आपने क्या लिखा है that should be clear, and second वो मैसेज आपने जिसके लिए लिखा है उसे वो समझ में आना चाहिए. Communication is sharing of experience. That is, you might be sharing your experiences with friends. Like you would be saying, I'm feeling so warm today, it's so warm outside. Or you would be saying, I'm bored today doing the same task from morning to evening. That is what you are sharing your feelings or experiences with others. So we can say there also the communication is sharing of experience. यहाँ पे एक पिक्चर बताया गया है जो आपको 6 इंसान की स्टोरी दिखा रहा है. The story of 6 people who could not see and went to see the elephant. They touched different parts of elephant's body and give their different answers. Like one person touched the body of an elephant and said it's a wall because it was big and sturdy side of elephant. One person touched the tail and said it's a rope. Another touched the leg and said it's a tree. Someone touched the tail and said it's a snake. Another person touched the tusk, मतलब हाथी के लंबे दांत, और उसने कहा it's a spear, नुकीली चीज. A person touched the ear and said it's a fan. So, how they feel, they said. उन्हें जैसा छू के महसूस हुआ, उन्होंने वो बताया. The visually challenged have to depend on their sense of touch to find out things. Of course, touch is one of the 6 senses that all we have. With ourselves also we are talking, communicating, or with others also we are sharing the thing that is with the communication. मतलब अगर हम टेस्ट की बात करें तो different persons are fond of having different taste. अगर उनका पसंदीदा कुछ खा के कहेंगे wow it's yummy, I like it, that is a communication with the sense. One more example of hearing, you would be singing the song, listening to the song and you will be delightful, I am listening to my favorite one. टच सेंस की बात करें तो अगर वेलवेट को अगर आपने छुआ हो, इट इज वेरी स्मूथ एंड वेलवेटी. सो दैट इज बाय टच यू आर फीलिंग समथिंग एंड कम्युनिकेटिंग विथ योरसेल्फ और विथ अदर्स. साइट दैट इज कुछ देखने से हमें महसूस होता है और हम उसे भी कम्युनिकेशन कह सकते हैं क्योंकि हम उसे महसूस करते हैं. एंड स्मेल दैट यू नो. नॉन वर्बल कम्युनिकेशन मतलब which does not include words. अभी हम communication की बात कर रहे हैं तो communication is divided into different way, verbal and non-verbal. Verbal मतलब हम जो बोल के बताते हैं and non-verbal is through the action. That is from gesture or expression. That is non-verbal communication. Here one picture is given. What you can make out from this? So different expression. Emoji. अभी social media के बारे में सबको पता है, right? Emojis we are sending again and again. So here anger, fear, cry, happiness, different emotion is showing the expression. So this is called as non-verbal communication. Look at the picture given over here that the girl is nodding head like she doesn't know who have torn the paper. Or one another example, the cop, traffic police beside her does not speak word but uses his hands to signal stop and go. So we can say that by body movement and by expression on face non-verbal communication can be done. According to some analysis, almost 80% of communication are non-verbal. When we talk about oral communication, so we means that the communication which makes use of words. When an individual talking to someone by using words, it's an oral communication. So here the person is able to communicate nicely. For example, talking on a phone, having one-to-one communication, conversation between friends, colleagues, relatives, these are examples of oral communication. So we can say oral communication is a skill that is developed or evolved. It uses language. So now pay attention. If I speak so fast, you will understand what I've said? No. But if I say word by word, you need a patience to listen and you will understand it carefully. So when one person need to have good tone so that the receiver can understand it. Advantages of oral communication. First, it's spontaneous and natural. Second, it is therefore easy for others to understand. मतलब आमने सामने बातचीत होना और जो बातें होती है दैट इज़ नेचुरल, सो वो इंसान को समझने के लिए ईजी हो जाता है. चॉइसेस ऑफ वर्ड्स जनरली सूट्स द लिसनर and it is supported by verbal communication. The communicator or the person who communicates is always physically available. That means one-to-one communication is possible. It can develop close relation between the speaker and the listener. As we know, oral communication uses words. It is spontaneous and it's natural though. But there are few disadvantages too. That is, words spoken disappear into thin air. यानी कि जो बोला जाता है वो एक बार बोलने से पास हो जाता है. So the words are temporary. Words are not permanent, unlike say written communication. Written words are permanent और जो बोला जाता है वो एक बार बोलने से पास हो जाता है. What is heard is often forgotten. तो जो हम सुनते हैं उनमें से सारी चीज़ें याद रखना मुमकिन नहीं है. मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम इट इज़ फॉरगॉटन. नॉन वर्बल कम्युनिकेशन दैट सपोर्ट्स ओरल कम्युनिकेशन मे नॉट बी अंडरस्टूड बाय द पीपल फ्रॉम अदर कल्चर्स. रिटर्न कम्युनिकेशन यानी कि लिखित संचार. किसी लिखित माध्यम के द्वारा कम्युनिकेशन यानी कि संचार होना, तो उसे हम कहेंगे रिटर्न कम्युनिकेशन या तो लिखित संचार. सो अ रिटर्न कम्युनिकेशन मीन्स द सेंडिंग ऑफ मैसेजेस, ऑर्डर्स, इंस्ट्रक्शन इन राइटिंग थ्रू लेटर्स, सर्क्यूलर्स, मैनुअल्स, रिपोर्ट्स एट्सेट्रा. Return manner helps people in communicating ideas to a large number of people. For example, newspaper. Now, when we talk about return communication, it is limited to only people who can read and write. जो लिख सकते हैं, पढ़ सकते हैं, उन्हीं के लिए it is important. Writing is an individual activity involving lot of pre-preparation and hard work, whereas speech is a shared activity. Invention of paper and later invention of printing by Johann Gutenberg in 15th century made knowledge available to many more people. So, books were first to appear. Here you can see some examples of written communication which are generally used with clients or business. Includes email, internet websites, letters, telegrams, faxes, contracts, etc. So, by the conclusion, we will see some advantages of written communication. Written communication gives words and thoughts permanence. जो लिखा हुआ होता है वो permanent रहता है. Knowledge and information became available to people who could read, and it led to the spread of ideas. And the only biggest disadvantage of written communication is, however, is that one has to be literate and use written communication. यानी कि जो लिखित माध्यम को से संचार करना है तो वो इंसान पढ़ा लिखा हुआ होना चाहिए. depending upon situation in which communication takes place, we can communicate with ourselves, with others face to face, using public address system, or with a large number of people, or we use radio or television. So depending on that, there are 4 types of communication: intrapersonal communication, interpersonal communication, group communication, and public communication.
According to the situation, there are 4 types of communication: intrapersonal communication, interpersonal communication, public communication, and group communication. So starting with intrapersonal communication, as the word suggests, intra means within or from inside. So whenever a person talks with himself or herself, that kind of communication we can say about intrapersonal communication. For example, if we say that you might have seen a cricket match. So when a cricketer hits 50 or 100 score, he would be praying to the God and would be saying thank God, or whatever he is talking with himself or with the God. So that kind of situation we can call it as an intrapersonal communication. We'll take another example of your exam. That whenever you are giving exam, when you are attempting any question, first you would be thinking yourself that this question, this answer is suitable or not. So that you're thinking of yourself, that I'm talking to myself, I'll be able to complete my paper on time or not. That is an internal talk. We can pronounce it as a self-talk. So when a person talks with himself or herself, that kind of communication can be called as intrapersonal communication. Interpersonal communication, as the word suggests, inter, that is between. Between, that means there could be 2 or more persons communicating with each other, right? So that kind of communication can be called as interpersonal communication. Don't get confused between 2 words, intrapersonal and interpersonal. As we discussed earlier, that intrapersonal is when a person talks with himself. That kind of communication is intrapersonal. And now we are talking about interpersonal communication, that is between some people, that is between 2 or more than that people communicating. Of course, we are doing it all the time, right? When we are waking up in the morning, we are wishing our parents or few relatives in the house, good morning, how are you today? Or whatever discussion we are doing, right? In the school we are going, we are talking with our friends, just chilling out that how are you, what are you doing today? So such kind of conversation that is being taken between few people, that is called as interpersonal communication.
Interpersonal communication, where we talk with someone else. So that communication can be taken place in 2 ways. Either the situation can be formal or informal. Formal is which refers to the official communication. For example, in an organization, an employee talking to his superior or a higher authority. So that's a formal communication. Other example, if we'll say, that is taking part in a meeting or a conference, sales counter or a job interview. So all these manners we are communicating with someone in a formal way. Whereas when we talk about informal, that is a private kind of communication. When we are communicating with someone privately, like a private discussion with friends or family members, corridor discussions or conversation in canteen or restaurants, or we just say chilling out with friends. So these kind of communications are called as informal interpersonal communication.
You might have seen the elder sitting in the garden and communicating on some topic. Or the class, in the class you might have seen the teacher is giving one project to discuss internally into the group. So when there are few people communicating in a group, it is called as group communication. And one another such example we will take, that when you have seen in the corporate field, in the movies, where there is a bench or a table placed and few people are sitting around the table and are communicating on some topic to achieve their goal. So that kind of communication that is being taken into the group to achieve some goal, we can call it as a group communication. Coming to the situation of a public communication. So a very well known example you might have seen, our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi is delivering speech from a stage to multiple people gathered on the ground. The situation is, he can see the multiple people, but he cannot connect directly with all the people. So there are multiple people gathered together on a one place. So we can say there are many people gathered on a one place and communicating on some topic, but Here, the speaker is only one and the listeners are many. So that kind of communication delivered in a public, that is called as public communication.
Difference between group communication and public communication. तो ग्रुप कम्युनिकेशन की अगर हम बात करें जहाँ पे 3 और उससे ज़्यादा लोग मिलकर किसी बात पे डिस्कशन करते हैं तो दैट्स अ ग्रुप कम्युनिकेशन. और पब्लिक कम्युनिकेशन की अगर हम बात करें तो जहाँ पे एक ही इंसान बहुत सारे लोगों को कुछ मैसेज डिलीवर करते हैं, दैट्स अ पब्लिक कम्युनिकेशन. Group communication occurs when 3 or more people communicate to achieve a shared goal, whereas public communication is sender focused and typically occurs when one person conveys information to an audience. For the example of a group communication, if we can say, in a company where few employees are sitting together around the table and communicating on some common topic to achieve a particular goal, so that we can call it as a group communication. Whereas for public communication, a very good example we can take that our Honorable Pradhan Mantri Narendra Modi, he is delivering his speech to multiple people gathered on the ground. So that kind of communication where he is conveying his message to the people gathered on the ground, it is called as public communication.